Hello and welcome to Different Perspectives. I'm Paul Ndiho. Uganda is making significant strides to boost tourism and enhance its visibility on the global stage. Last month, Uganda Airlines launched its first ever direct flight to London, a major step forward for travel, trade, and diplomacy. This initiative is not just about convenience, it's about opening Uganda up to the world. For more insight, I spoke with Ron Kazoba Kawamara, the Vice Chairperson of Uganda Tourism Board. He explained what this new route means for the country's image, economy, as well as what travelers can expect when they arrive in Uganda. Welcome to Different Perspectives.
Thank you for having me, Paul.
There's been a surge in tourism in Uganda. What has contributed to that surge of tourists going to Uganda?
Well, Uganda is an exciting market. It's a country of contradictions. So you have the great savannas and you have the rainforests where we have Bwindi and the gorillas, and we have the snow-peaked mountains, the Renzoris, and then you have the flatlands, you have the Great Lakes. When they speak of the Great Lakes of Africa, they mean Uganda. Uganda is the Great Lakes region. We have the people, the culture, the music, the food, the lifestyle of Kampala and the other cities. So Uganda is an incredible destination. Obviously, it was hit like all countries by COVID-19. And we've been growing and we have recovered from the COVID-19 hangover. And we see now that we're getting closer to that 2 million mark number of tourists who are coming to our country. And obviously, Uganda and its entrepreneurs are extremely laser focused on growing this industry. We have seen massive investments in hotels, in lodges, in restaurants, in facilities that give a good experience to tourists. We have seen UA continue to upgrade and conserve the environment. The number of gorillas is increasing, the number of rhinos is increasing. So all the products are growing. Now, there's still others we are investing in, marine tourism, mountain climbing, that need a lot more investment. But we see that the products is exciting now. The focus has been on marketing. How do you position Uganda in the eyeballs of tourists? How do you, from where you are in Washington, D.C., how do we get you to Uganda? And how do we do it conveniently? So we've been opening up markets like South Africa, like London, to our airline. And so we see that the excitement is there. The tourists love Uganda. They are spending longer. They are spending more time. People are coming into Uganda. They find it convenient and easy to come in, despite the challenges that we face as a country.
They could not have found a better spokesperson for the tourism board than you, Ron. Knowing you are incredibly talented at what you do. You speak very, very highly of Uganda. Even before you assumed this position, you've always been promoting Uganda. What, from your perspective, what makes Uganda a very attractive destination for a lot of Western tourists?
Well, number one is the location. We are about 8 hours away from Europe. We are about 6-7 hours away from the Middle East. We are about the same hours away from South Africa, 5 hours from South Africa, from Egypt. So it is at the heart of Africa. And the variety of options we have, as I mentioned, the contradictions, from the lakes to the mountains, to the forests, to the savannas, to the cities, and above all, Ugandans. Ugandans are very hospitable people. They're very exciting people. We find that the Europeans who come here, the Americans who come here, those from the Middle East, from the region, the African region, I find that there's a little bit of everything for everybody. If you want to go, skiing, if you want to go on the Nile rafting, if you want to go sailing and fishing, if you want to go to the jungles and trek the gorillas, that can only happen in Uganda. It cannot happen in any other country. And it's a convenient country whereby easy to invest in. It's a liberal economy. You can put your money in and take it out the same day. We don't control foreign currency. We don't control business. We don't have any regulations that prevent people from coming in. It's an open society. So, Uganda is exciting and open to the world.
When I've talked to a lot of people who want to visit Uganda, or tourists who have visited Uganda and come back here, they talk about how the people are very nice, hospitable. They talk about the food, the culture. What more can you add to that?
Well, I would say that even for us who live here, Uganda is the most accepting country. We see Muslims and Christians living side by side, all the tribes living together in harmony in Kampala. That's extended to the rest of the world who comes here. We're the number one country in accepting refugees on the continent. We have refugees from Rwanda, from Ethiopia, from Eritrea, from South Sudan, from Congo, from Central African Republic, even as far as West Africa. They are jumping 3 to 5 countries to reach Uganda because of the hospitality of Ugandans. We allow them to have land and do business and do agriculture. So our tourists find us very hospitable. It's a cultural thing. It's a Ugandan thing. We're good people, and that's why we will do well in tourism.
How about the issue of competition? You have Kenya, Tanzania, those are also up there when it comes to attracting tourism. What competitive advantage does Uganda have over these other countries?
Well, I would like to say that our neighbors are blessed, but Uganda is unique. Winston Churchill said we're the pearl of Africa. And we see that it's a combination. Obviously, we're blessed by nature, but our entrepreneurs have worked very hard to make our product much more attractive. Government now under Uganda Tourism Board is working very hard to make sure we're not just blessed by nature, but we're also engineered to compete. And we're competing now very well. It's been a long time coming, but we have the right strategy. Focusing on tourism, we're investing a lot of resources in it. We're opening up our country. You've seen we've been leading through Uganda Airlines, opening up in Europe and in the Middle East. And so all these things combined are giving us the advantage.
I'm just curious to know, you are one of those lucky people to get on the inaugural flight to London. How was it?
Was great. Good service. Was a very comfortable ride. The landing was perfect. The welcome we got from Ugandans in London was amazing. There was excitement and goodwill from the public. So we're all rooting for Uganda Airlines.
When I first heard about Uganda Airlines coming back, I was excited about the possibility of Uganda competing with these other countries that have had airlines for a long time. I'm talking specifically about Ethiopian Airlines, Kenya Airways, Rwanda Air. But having Uganda Airlines in the mix sort of like disrupted the entire airline industry. What has been the key to Uganda Airlines succeeding in that very competitive environment?
Well, there was a need, there was a gap. And so Uganda Airlines has allowed us to connect to markets directly. A good example, we have recently opened up the route of Uganda to London. And before that, there was no direct flight from Uganda to Europe. All the flights were going through Brussels, going through Netherlands, through Rwanda, and then coming or through Ethiopia and coming in, or through Kenya and coming in. And so we've been able to create that direct link between Uganda and the world. And those are things that are very important for travelers. Travelers of 2025 want convenience. They want to be able to jump on the plane and wake up in another country where they're going. To jump and not to go through 2 or 3 different countries or airports. Convenience is an advantage. So the Uganda Airlines strategy has been, we unlock direct flights for tourists, for business people who want convenience. And as a result, they have brought competition. The route of Kampala to Nairobi was always the most expensive 1 hour flight in the world, but Uganda Airlines coming in, we saw prices drop. We've seen more Ugandans going for business, more Kenyans coming in for tourism and vice versa. And so it has created that competition. It has, opened up Uganda's, horizon. We're going to Nigeria, we're going to South Africa, we're going to Dubai, we're going to Zambia. And so people are traveling and making money and doing business. And so obviously Uganda Airlines is a new and a young airline. It's still, looking to expand their fleet. There's a backlog of planes, but it's moving aggressively to make sure that where there is business, where there's opportunity for tourism, Uganda Airlines offers an option, a direct option into our country and into our businesses.
Why is it so important to have that route?
Well, it's number one, the UK is our number one source market of tourists from Europe. So it makes perfect sense, perfect business sense that we provide those people a direct flight from London into Uganda. And obviously London is a gateway hub in Europe, so it unlocks more Europeans to reach us. And we see that Londoners and our diaspora have always longed on flying the crane. And so it's a business sense, it's a tourism sense, and it gives our Ugandans who are living and working in the UK an opportunity to come to Uganda 4 times a week. Uganda Airlines flies 4 times a week into the country, and these people can come in 4 times. It can even,
Why should I buy a ticket on Uganda Airlines as compared to the regional players?
Well, you'll be getting the quickest and most affordable line to Uganda. You'll be experiencing Ugandan hospitality in the skies, Ugandan food, Ugandan coffee, Ugandan fruits and fresh produce, and you'll be served by Ugandans who are known for their hospitality. You cannot get that anywhere else. Very professional, brand new planes flying into the Pearl of Africa.
In terms of fleet, how many airlines does Uganda Airlines have?
There are now about 7. They are obviously expanding aggressively, both on the human passengers, but also on the cargo as well. And so, Uganda Airlines is in a growing phase. It's a new airline, very accelerating, only hindered by the availability of planes, brand new planes. But they're in the market, looking to buy, looking to expand, and looking to grow.
The airline industry is a very maybe to use the word cutthroat industry, very, very competitive. What things has Uganda Airlines done maybe to keep it above the prey? Because there is so much competition. Every single person, every regional carrier is trying to tap into that local market. What can Uganda Airlines do to stay above that so that they are able to compete and stay alive as well?
Well, see is that Uganda Airlines has been very cautious. They have not overexpanded to make sure that they stretch their capacity. They know that there's not enough new planes available, and they have chosen their routes very carefully. They have offered a very good and dependable service. They are consistent in customer service, and they are very affordable versus the competitors. And they have made we Ugandans proud. So we are proud to fly the crane. Our tourists have found it very good and accommodative. So, and at the end of the day, this competition is about service and a good service, dependability, consistency, and Uganda Airlines has done that. And also the government as well. The government has also been very committed to this investing, especially in a young company. So we're very happy that both government and the airline itself are doing well.
How about the issue of training, maintenance, and all the other things that come with especially having a fleet of airlines? You need maintenance, you need up-to-date or high quality pilots, staffers who work for these airlines. To what extent has Uganda Airlines invested in that process of training its own pilots, making sure that people who work on these planes are of the highest standard?
Well, Uganda Airlines is playing in a marketplace of planes, a marketplace of top pilots, a marketplace of top staff who are engineers, and they've done very well. They're winning because their pilots are top notch, and these are pilots who have 10, 15, 20-year experience, and many of them are Ugandan. So they did a very good job of picking Ugandan pilots who are flying for these top airlines and brought them on board. And so now I think the next phase will be, how do you train your own pilots? But for now, they are competing very well and attracting the top pilots in the world.
How about critics who said that, yes, Uganda Airlines is doing very, very well, but they are yet to be profitable? How would you respond to that?
Oh, yeah, yes. So, I mean, I don't know that many airlines that become profitable in such a short period of time. But Uganda Airlines is on a trajectory to become profitable very soon. It's growing year over year, month over month. The signs are fantastic. Rome was not built in one day, but this is a business that's being built block by block on a solid foundation, on a good plan, on a good investment plan. And the taxpayers like myself will soon hopefully get a return on investment.
Ron Kawamara, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Paul. I look forward to seeing you when you fly the crane to the Pearl of Africa. And it's good to talk to you after maybe 1 or 2 years of not talking together.
Well, hook me up with a ticket. I'll come. Definitely. I want to promote Uganda Airlines as well.
I'll say no more. I will let Uganda Airlines know.
We want to know what your thoughts are on Uganda's tourism industry and the launch of Uganda Airlines direct flights from Entebbe to London. Please drop us a comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, to follow, and subscribe to Paul Ndiho on X, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, and YouTube.